All right, over to Egypt now. The first day of voting for Egypt's presidential election has wrapped up. 2 more days remain for the polls as President Abdel Fattah El-Sisi looks to consolidate his power for a 3rd term. The Egyptian president was seen casting his ballot on Sunday morning, a decade after he came to power through a coup. El-Sisi is predicted to sweep the presidential elections for an unprecedented 3rd term. President Sisi, who is running as an independent candidate, announced his election bid earlier in October while mentioning that his campaign would be curtailed to save funds for aid to Gazans. At the forefront of polls remain concerns over Egypt's worsening economic health. Discontentment is rife among Egyptians as inflation rises and the standard of living continues to plummet in response. Al-Sisi's regime has been criticized for prioritizing mega infrastructure projects such as Qattara Canal. 3 other candidates are contesting against Al-Sisi in the race. The first is Abdel Sanad Yamam, head of the Liberal Wafd Party. The second is Hazem Omar, head of the Republican People's Party. And the third contestant is Farid Zahran, head of the Egyptian Social Democratic Party. Prominent challenger Ahmed Al-Tantawi pulled out of the race in early October.
أول يوم لسه باقي يومين. المفروض دي أمانة، المفروض كل واحد ينزل ينتخب. ناس كتير كانوا كبار في السن جدا ونزلوا، ناس كان عندهم إعاقات ونزلوا، ناس كانوا عاجزين تماما كان بيوصل لهم حد من السادة المسؤولين بيطلع يساعدهم بره، تمام. وده حصل وشفت في كذا لجنة، تمام. فالموضوع مش يعني مش حاجة لطيفة ان انت يعني تستهون الموضوع ده ان انت ما تنتخبش او حاجة كده. بالعكس الموضوع سهل جدا وما خدش وقت، واللجنة موجودة من 9 الصبح تقريبا لغاية 9 بالليل، فعندك وقت كافي جدا يعني. فالموضوع ما فيهوش اي شطارة ان انت ما تنتخبش ولا اي حاجة، حتى لو انت متوقع النتيجة او اي حاجة، بس برضو مش مبرر، لازم يبقى تنزل وتشارك ويبقى ليك صوت وكده، وده حقك يعني، ودي أمانة فعلا.
Al-Sisi swept polls to victory during the previous elections on campaign promises of bolstering national security following the 2011 uprising. Critics contest the democratic nature of Egyptian elections, arguing that the polls have been reduced to a mere formality in the nation. Al-Sisi's regime has also been criticized for holding the polls earlier than the expected date in early 2024, which has further devalued the already weak Egyptian pound. Egypt is also in negotiations with the IMF for additional financing under an existing $3 billion loan program. The program is currently stalled, plagued by delays in Egypt's sale of state assets. Egypt's presidential polls have been overshadowed by the Gaza crisis. The nation has been embroiled in the Israel-Hamas conflict due to its jurisdiction over the Rafah crossing. The Rafah crossing is the main and currently the only link being used to send aid into Gaza. Displaced Gazans have been camping at the Rafah border crossing. However, Egypt has repeatedly stated that it will not take in refugees from the Strip.